And so, on behalf of the white people living here in this nation, whether they are willing or unwilling to do this, I want to apologize to you guys. To you guys as the black community living in this, African American community living in this nation. I want to apologize because you don't deserve this racism, this rejection that you have been put under. I'm so sorry for the way that we as white people have treated you, for the times that we have given you worser punishments or looked at you differently, excluded you from certain jobs or opportunities or schools or whatever. I am so sorry.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. How are you doing wherever you are today? I just hope that you're doing fine wherever you are today. So this video that I'm here to show you reminds me of what Louis Farrakhan said. He talked about the good Jews and the bad Jews and separation of the good Jews and the bad Jews, So who are the good Jews and who are the bad Jews? Because we have people who recognizes their mistakes and comes out clean and say that, I'm really, really sorry for what happened. My ancestors did this and that. And some of our people, talking about systemic racism, some of us are still perpetuating these things which are always happening to black Americans or black folks in general. So people of African descent, history have shown that we have suffered, we have gone through a lot, our ancestors have gone through a lot. And the reason as to why I usually say that if a person argues that we don't deserve no reparation, that's one. We don't deserve no apology, that's two. We deserve reparation and we deserve apology, especially black Americans, for these two reasons. Number one, we have the traumas which black Americans have been left with. Number two, the reparations. Look at the economic disparities between blacks and whites in the United States. This shows you that the sweat that they worked while building, the inventions, the number of things that they did by their hands have been erased in the history of people. And even the Christ himself, the black Jesus, was not there. And we, especially people growing in Africa, we never knew this, So reparation in capital letters and apology also in capital letters needs to be done to African people with the African descent, black American, all over the world. So I want us to watch this video of this white man trying to apologize for the mistakes that his ancestors and some of his people who are still perpetrating this issue. Let's watch this video and let's come up with a constructive criticism of this video. Do you think the apology is genuine, or do you think it's just guilt? Let me know what you think about this video. Let's watch the video and then come back, say something. If you're watching this video for the first time, you can consider subscribing, joining the membership, or any support that you may want to offer. It will be appreciated in the most accommodative way. If you want to know much about things, you want to do some inquiries, my email is on my bio. You can always reach me. You want to contact me, you want to talk with me one-on-one, you can always reach me. So let's watch this video and then come back, say something.
Hey, my name is Brandon, and today I want to do something that is kind of unconventional, something that's almost not heard of. A lot of people know about apologizing for something they did wrong, but not very many people have heard about apologizing for something you had nothing to do with. But today, that's something I want to do. I go to a church called Awake, and my pastor there was one day talking about a time that he was in college, and he had a Native American teacher there that God kind of prompted him to apologize to on behalf of white people. And that surprised him because he himself had nothing against Native American people, so he was kind of confused. But he did it, and when he did it, it changed her life, and it helped her to also forgive white people and to kind of come to a place of peace, knowing that someone cared. And so I want to do something similar to that today, but this time for African American people living in this country. When we had all the stuff going on with Ferguson and all the shootings of cops of black people and just all the the frustration that was going on in this nation. It was kind of surprising to me because I've grown up in churches that are, well, interracial. Like, sometimes there are more people of other races than there are white people in these churches. And so I'm quite, I'm used to working with other people. It's all natural to me. So to see all that going on was kind of a surprise, because I thought that racism was something that was pretty much almost non-existent because of the environment that I was raised in. So when I saw this was happening, I was surprised. And during that time, the pastor at our church, he had all the cops and black people to come up to the front, and that we would pray over each other and to, bridge the gap between the two. And when I was going up to do that, to pray, I kind of felt like God was leading me to apologize to black people, just like he had moved my pastor. And so that's what I want to do today. And so on behalf of the white people living here in this nation, whether they are willing or unwilling to do this, I want to apologize to you guys as the black community living in this, African American community living in this nation. I want to apologize because you don't deserve this racism, this rejection that you have been put under. I'm so sorry for the way that we as white people have treated you, for the times that we have given you worser punishments or looked at you differently, excluded you from certain jobs or opportunities or schools or whatever. I am so sorry for the way that we as white people have treated you. This is not a moment where I'm like, but please, well, you did this. No. None of that. I'm just straight out sorry for the way that we have treated you, both now and in the past. I am so sorry. You do not deserve the way that we have treated you. You are worth more than that. You are more valuable than that. And I want you to know that. And I am so sorry for the way we as white people have treated you. It just surprises me to see that today there is still racism, to see that that's something that still exists in America. Because where I live, I see people working together of all races. And so to see that disgusts me, because what do you gain from treating other people like that? You gain nothing. You screw yourself over in doing that. And so I'm so sorry for the way that we as white people have treated you black people, and for the slavery that we had put your ancestors through, and the segregation that after that point we put you guys through. You guys are worth more than that. I'm so sorry that we put your ancestors through that. We brought them out of their places to live here so that they can do work for us. No, that's not right. And I don't excuse that. I am sorry for the way that you were treated, for those who are still holding on to racism, to think that your race is less than ours. No. We're messed up people. Technically we all are, but I'm speaking on behalf of the white people. We're messed up. I know that it's really easy sometimes for our race to think that we are better than, or that, we deserve certain things, but we're in the same level that you guys are. The only difference between us is that you have darker skin. That's it. Other than that, we're built the same way. And so I'm so sorry for that. You don't deserve it. You're worth more than that. And I really hope that this means something to you, because I can't make up for all the crap that you've had to endure. I can't make up for the hurt, the loss, the rejection, the segregation, the degradation. I can't make up for that as one person, but I can apologize, and I can do it when other people may be unwilling to do it. And so I'm apologizing the crap out of this, because I mean it. I myself am sorry for anything that I have done unknowingly against you. As a white person, I'm sorry. And I'm willing to listen to you guys, to hear your stories, to hear what you have to endure, so that way I can spread awareness to other people so that we can change this and that we can live in a nation where you can be in peace and not have to think about, being treated differently simply because you're black or whatever. You don't deserve that. You deserve peace. You deserve the same opportunities that we do. You deserve love and acceptance. You deserve the same things, the same decencies that we get as well. So I'm so sorry. And I hope that you guys can forgive us for the wrong that we have done against you. And if this means something to you, I ask that you share this with whomever else needs to hear this apology. If you have a friend or a family member or whatever, please send this to them and know that we're sorry. And, if you also have friends from other races, to you Native Americans, to you Muslims, I apologize for the way that we have treated you differently, for the way that we have rejected you and treated you differently. Everyone makes mistakes, and we are no exception to making mistakes. So please accept this apology and share it with anybody who needs it. Know that I'm standing in the gap today on behalf of white people to apologize for the wrong that we've done against you. Please forgive us.
Hey, listen, I'm not so strict on white folks or something. No, I'm not so strict on white folks or something. But the problem is, I've seen a couple of videos of white folks, especially this church of this woman called somebody Williamson. It happened 7 years ago. He took a number of black Americans and put them in church with white Americans, and then she apologized together with other white Americans who are there. But funny thing is that when I went on the same video that happened 7 years ago, looking back to the comment section, the comments that I found about white folks or what they commented about really negated the apology. Now listen, why would you apologize? And some people within your section say that no, you don't need to apologize to know nothing. You don't need to apologize because it is not them, it is their ancestors who faced the problem. You don't need to apologize because it is their ancestors who built this and not them. They don't need apologization. They don't need apology, sorry. They don't need reparation. That negates the apology that they gave. But talking about this guy right here, it might be genuine, It might be genuine. Luis Farrakhan talked about the good Jews and the bad Jews. Makes me wonder. I've met nicest white people, in the social area, maybe where we meet with people, we interact with people. It can be in an hotel, it can be in a cafeteria somewhere. I've met the nicest white people. I don't know if they were acting, but I've met the nicest people. And also I've seen the worst white people. Yeah, so the polarity talks about itself. So look, I don't know if this is genuine, but if it is genuine, on behalf of my fellow black people with black descent, Africans, black Americans, African Americans, we do accept the apology. But remember, two things written in capital letters: reparations and apology. That still stands in capital letters. Do you know the amount of wealth that a person can build within 600 years? Think about it, and you'll tell me why these people needs reparation. Because according to the system that we're having today, we're having inheritance. So if a black person built United States for a number of, for example, your ancestor built the United States for 300 years. Let's start from the beginning, 600 years, right? So when they built it for 600 years, your another ancestors inherited it for another 400 years, another one 300 years, another one 200 years, another 100 years, another 90 years ago, another one 8 years ago, and so. You realize that this property is being inherited from one person to another. The inheritance part of it explains why black folks need reparation, because if the work would have belonged to a black person, if they could have owned the work that they have always done, we could have been the richest people. We could have been the richest people. Tell you what, we could have been the richest people. And looking at the economic disparities that whites and blacks are having, because another person decided to take the labor of another person and made it to become theirs. You cannot tell me that these people don't deserve reparation. Even a blind man can see this. A blind man can see that these people deserve a reparation. You know? Reparation in Africa. A different type of reparation. Now listen. What does reparation in Africa means? Reparation in Africa means that let white folks, Western European powers, leave alone our resources. Let them leave alone. The ones they have taken is enough. Let them return our artifacts back to our historical monuments. Let them return them back. The other civilization began in Africa. They took that away. And that's an important information that black folks need to have in general. So if you understand where I'm coming from, if you understand, this is a message to a white person who's watching this video. Kindly understand this from where an African is coming from. The society an African is coming from. Yeah. What I'm trying to being strict on you or something, nope, I'm not trying to do that. What I'm trying to say is the historical injustices, the trauma, economic disparity, and even the systemic racism of today makes you, even a teenager who jokes with the N-word walking around across the street, saying all those words, thinking that it's cool to say that because it's not that. It ain't. Apology in capital letters. We demand apology in capital letters. Guys, again, that was my take on this video. Tell me what to think about this. Was the brother genuine about this video? Tell me what to think about it. If he wasn't, tell me what to think about this in the comment section. If they are genuine also, tell me also what to think about this in the comment section. What I'll leave you with, you can always consider subscribing to my channel. Again, I'll remind you this. You can join my membership. You can consider any form of support will be appreciated. You know, there is limitless to what you can do to support this channel. Until then, let's see you in my next episode. Peace, love, and harmony. Salute.